Today's video is about the Grim Reaper of Windbreaker, Hyuk Kwon, who is a member of the Sabbath crew. Kwon has short, fluffy black hair that is usually covered by his black bucket hat and a slitted brow. Later in the series, Kwon was seen more often wearing a black mask to hide half of his face, which was also fitting due to the COVID pandemic that happened a few years ago. Kwon in general is a quiet individual who is quite inquisitive, but also very mysterious or restrained. He has a part-time job outside of his crew, and although he seems to have a good friendship with Win and Joker, he doesn't like to spend too much time with them, as he's known for always leaving immediately after each race, which is also something that Win especially mentioned in the past. In races, Kwon is pretty brutal and ruthless, and is known as the Grim Reaper of Windbreaker, as he's known to take down anyone who rides too close to him. For example, during the race against the Trident crew, Kwon took down Joe by using his pinky finger to yank on his handles. He also used the jackknife trick to knock Juan off his bike, and the jackknife trick is a trick where a rider puts up his rear wheel and brake tests the rider behind him to injure him on purpose. When Kwon isn't racing or working or doing anything else, he enjoys to do tricks in public places according to Win. This was for example shown in chapter 349 to 352. So what can we tell about Hyuk so far? Hyuk is a very calm and restrained person who likes to spend time on his own a lot, but who isn't afraid to do the dirty work for his crew so that they would win, as he's good friends with Win. What is also very interesting is the fact that he was never been seen taking part in the drug business that Win is involved in with Joker, so Kwon isn't a member of the crew because of the money. He's a member of the crew as he's actually friends with them and enjoys taking part in competitions with the team. In chapter 468, we get a little insight into the backstory of Hyuk as he was racing against Vinny, who back then was still the leader of the Ghost crew, and who was struggling against Hyuk as he was as far or even faster than Vinny. And the reason therefore is that Kwon is a former alumnus of a cycling school who received proper training. And Sang-ho also states that Hyuk was once considered a cycling prodigy as well, someone who was as talented as Jay, and that is very unfortunate that he only got this far. And unfortunately, we never got to know yet why he didn't get much further. Maybe this due to his discipline, or maybe he just got unlucky. Nevertheless, we could see how skilled he is when Vinny and him came across a full crowd of people, and unlike Vinny who was braking to not race into the crowd, Hyuk was able to analyze the situation and find the shortest route possible and rift his way out of the crowd. Sang-ho also explains that in a race you always need to be the fastest, but you also need to be able to find the shortest route possible, and to be able to do that, you need an incredible amount of skill and technique to find the shortest route. One would need an astounding level of dynamic visual accuracy and an instantaneous reaction time to react to anything. So Kwon has the ability of instantaneous reaction speed, and also in other words the gift that is needed to determine whether you would win or lose in sports. And Hyuk was that much of a threat to Vinny that Vinny was reminded of Jay while racing against him, which shows how skilled Hyuk really is. Obviously Hyuk will take part in the finale of the League of Streets for the Sabbath crew, and it will be interesting to see when and who he will go up against. I would love to see him race against Jay, as he is the former cycling prodigy versus the current cycling prodigy, and this would be a duel I would definitely love to see. And although Hyuk would lose versus Jay in the end, I'm by 100% sure that this would be an unforgettable race. Alright guys, what do you think about Hyuk Kwon? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, stay safe and have a nice day.